Got some breaking news here on CBS Sports HQ. We've got some good news, bad news on the Jacob deGrom front. We've got an update on his injury suffered in Sunday's start against the Diamondbacks. The Mets are saying results from Monday afternoon's MRI came back clean. However, they're placing him on the injured list with right side tightness. So prior to Sunday, his ERA was minuscule, .51 with 59 strikeouts in 35 innings. His .68 is a full run better than his next closest starting pitcher in Brandon Woodruff. Is 65 strikeouts, just second only to Trevor Bauer of the Dodgers. And with more on Jacob deGrom, we welcome in Frank Stampfl of Fantasy Baseball Today. So Frank, I hear came back clean, yet I hear also going on the IL. What do you make of the Jacob deGrom update?
Yeah, I think you hit it on the head. I think it's a little bit good news, bad news here. Could have been a lot worse. He was dealing with a lat injury before this. Seems like maybe the Mets rushed him back a little bit. But the good news is he's going to be on the IL here, only 10 days, potentially miss only 1 start, 2 starts. But if I'm a Jacob deGrom fantasy manager right now, I want the Mets to not rush him back. Let's take it easy with this. Wait until he's completely healthy. He has dealt with similar injuries in the past couple of seasons. He's dealt with some back stuff. But even with that, he has 730 1/3 innings pitched since 2017. That is second most among all pitchers in baseball. So he finds a way to pitch through these nagging injuries, and he's still great. You saw the graphic there. He's basically number one in every category. 0.68 ERA, 0.60 whip, 14.6 K per nine is number one among all qualified starting pitchers right now. So if I have Jacob deGrom on my fantasy team, you're holding, don't do anything rash. I wouldn't try to sell low on him. He's still part of that top tier of starting pitchers that includes Shane Bieber and Garrett Cole. I would put Jacob deGrom just behind those guys for now, but he's still, when he's on the mound, he is the best pitcher in fantasy baseball and in real life baseball too.
All right, so you're preaching patience and playing the long game, but what about the short game? So if you're a fantasy manager putting deGrom on the IL relatively soon, where can I look right now to maybe pick him up on the waiver wire, somebody to maybe fill in during those 1 or 2 starts?
Yeah, so if you're just looking particularly for this week, there's a bunch of 2-star pitchers that may be available in your league, and we'll start with Robbie Ray, who the matchups are not great this week. He's going up against the Braves and the Phillies. He is 66% rostered on CBS right now, but looks like a completely new pitcher, Robbie Ray. Over his last 3 starts, he has 23 strikeouts to 0 walks, and he's someone who has struggled mightily with control in the past. That doesn't seem to be the case. Toronto has gotten him back on track, so I really like what I've seen from Robbie Ray. The velocity up is there as well. Adbert Alzolay is a name that I like with the Chicago Cubs. 2 great matchups this week at Cleveland and at Detroit. He's much more widely available, really just relies on 2 pitches, but really like what I've seen from Adbert Alzolay as well. Brady Singer, another one, only really relies on 2 pitches. He's got a sinker, he's got a slider. One good matchup against the Tigers. Actually, it's a great matchup. And then at the White Sox all of a sudden, they don't have Luis Robert. They're still waiting for Eloy Jimenez, so that lineup has taken a hit. I do like Brady Singer quite a bit. And you drop down this list a little bit more. Luis Garcia is out there, readily available. He has SPARK eligibility, so you can use him as a relief pitcher if you are in a points league. He's pitched really well for the Houston Astros. One great start there against the Texas Rangers. One little bit tougher matchup against the Angels, but Anthony Rendon is on the IL for them right now. JT Brubaker, you're probably not going to get any wins because the Pittsburgh Pirates not going to give him great run support, but he's pitched really well. He's getting a lot of ground balls, right around a strikeout per inning as well, going up against the Reds, the Giants, 2 offenses that have been scuffling a little bit as of late. So no shortage of 2-star pitchers this week. Of all those names, Robbie Ray is my favorite. Adbert Alzolay, number 2 on that list.
Great info as always. Frank Stampfl joining us here with the breaking news. Again, Jacob deGrom, looks like everything's okay, but team is putting him on the IL just to be safe. Check out Fantasy Baseball Today in the podcast. Last edition, they talked about Wade Miley's no-hitter and what to do with the 34-year-old pitcher. Maybe pick him up, maybe stay away. The guys talk about that. Make sure you download and follow today.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.